All right. Well, I think what we'll do tonight is just like an intro to everything, but we could start off slow.
Nice and slow.
Let me see here. So we'll give you guys tonight. We'll give you the topic, and then we'll kind of go into like what we believe, what our ideas are of it, that kind of stuff. That's cool with you. And then we'll just go alphabetically. And there's always going to be more than one letter. Of course, we don't have to do all of them. We could just do like one basic one or something like that for each one.
Makes sense.
So the first topic will be
the SpeakInCOAD Podcast. And now introducing Code, Conspiracy of a Dead Man.
Over 100 people dead.
Chente, the homie. Servant with a noble cause. And Teddy Bear Dynamite. These are the hosts of the SpeakInCOAD Podcast.
Yeah, because
we're not trying to change anybody's minds. You know, like there's going to be topics.
You just about did already?
Yeah. There's going to be topics where we're going to just throw our own ideas out there, our own opinions. These are our own opinions and our own thoughts. And by next episode, they might change to something totally different. So it's not like we're going to be stuck in our mind. Like there's going to be theories that we're going to talk about on this podcast where it's like we don't agree with it 100%. We're like, this is not real. But we're going to perceive it as it is. Like if we have different people on with different conspiracies or different ideas or different thoughts or different like I don't know, just different ideas in general, we're not going to belittle them and tell them they're wrong. We're going to listen to their stuff. We will treat them as if they are 100% correct, and then we could talk about this and do another intro to everything another time too. And you know, like so.
You know, I like that you said that because like this is our second one.
Yeah.
And I want to go back and listen to our first one to see what my answer to this question was to that and see how much it has changed.
Well, Chente mentioned something similar to what he said about possibly God being an alien to us, and you were like, I never. Now, hold on, we could talk about that topic another time.
Okay.
But okay, so for me,
we know a future podcast.
Yes, because we've talked spirituality and religion and stuff like that too, and I think there's different ideas that we have, and then there's different things that we can pull other ideas and have a bigger picture on these things too.
Yeah.
So for me,
okay,
there's
so
chemtrails.
We got a couple. Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say I found a couple, but these don't seem to be. I think chemtrails is probably the best because this is bullcrap.
Okay.
Because they've got like the Church of the Subgenius. Like I don't even know what the heck that is.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theory.
Just put up there. Conspiracy. Oh, that you did.
Yeah, conspiracy.
C is conspiracy of a dead man.
Let me see. I got you. Oh, yeah, I think I did do chemtrails. I think for the song, the alphabet, conspiracy alphabet. Get down. Canelo. Come here. Get down. Good girl. Come here. All right. So I'll go first with chemtrails.
Go ahead, sir.
I think that it was very funny when they were like, oh, the government doesn't control the weather. What are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing? Why would they put things in the sky? Like, what's that even supposed to do? Block out the sun? Exactly. The other thing too, it's called weather, and it's called geoengineering now. So they were like, no, those are contrails. Those are just the condensation from the hot engines that are in the air. They're going through the sky, which is colder, and it's causing these clouds. And watch, they're going to dissipate and go away. But then you start to realize those aren't dissipating and going away. They linger and they slowly get wider. And then all of a sudden I get a headache.
And then they test the air after and they find out that there's like unhealthy levels of beryllium and a bunch
Aluminum.
of other aluminums and a bunch
That's why
of
you gotta wear a tinfoil hat. Blocks out all the rain. So they went from calling it contrails to people saying like, no, they're changing the weather. They're able to do that. They're able to do cloud seeding. So then they started saying, well, we can't change the weather, but we can change the weather. So we're going to call it geoengineering instead. So we're like, wait a minute. So we were right. You were creating and changing the weather.
But now you're trying to market it so we can buy into it without going, hey, you asshole.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry for the language. I
Beep,
just
beep, 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 beep. We need some code over here. Morse code to bleep us out. But I think that they are chemtrails. They're chemicals that they use to spray in the sky, to block out the sun, to make you more depressed, to get you sick. The aluminum, they have high traces of aluminum. Aluminum in patients that have Alzheimer's, it shows that people that have Alzheimer's have very high levels of metals and stuff and aluminums in their system. And then
it's lead one of those metals.
Yes.
well, it's not for spraying.
But lead is definitely one that causes psychological
Alzheimer's.
I was asking because when you think about it, like
But
there's
this
all
being-
the best paints,
Or
and then the piping in the house, a lot of houses.
Or we used lead gas until the freaking 80s.
or eating pencils. I like them. They taste so okay.
Eating paint chips as kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like
I don't know anybody either, but they said that that's where it came from. Kids eating paint chips.
I heard it growing up, so it must have been like the kids before us,
They had a sweet taste to them, supposedly.
Oh.
and so it became a big thing because like people that are adults now
Sorry, she was looking at
knew kids when they were younger,
That
and so like, and so we know about it because of their generation, in my opinion. Because if you think about a lot of stuff in movies, you're just like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that on TV. Well, the people that put that on TV remember that from it happening around them. And now it's on TV for the next generation to see. So,
But then that goes all the way back to dragons, Bigfoot. What if these things used to be real things that used to exist, and then we're hearing stories about them,
now
and it continues to carry on, so we still think that that stuff still exists, when really it was probably hundreds of years ago it did.
yeah, but again, like the Coke, using the paint chips and things that happen, like Coca-Cola used to having cocaine in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, now we know it doesn't, but back in the day it did.
Mhm.
And so like, it still lingers in our mind because we've heard it over
Yep.
and over. It's been passed down.
Facts.
And that like, some people still doubt, like, well, it still does have it today, but it's like, no, we can test it. And know.
Yeah.
But so like with the lead chips and how you were saying the metals called all the time we're in the chemtrails, like it all kind of ties in together because like how much are they telling us now because now it's geoengineering?
Yeah.
Because they have a newer technology than what they were doing before. And now because we're so focused on the original thing they were doing, we're not even going to pay attention to the new stuff they're doing.
And if you guys want to watch an episode that we did called, it was about weather manipulation. That episode is called Storm Fury. And if you click the link right here, you could watch the rest of that episode.
I see what you did.
There's probably nothing going to be there. I don't know.
There will be.
I don't know how.
There will be.
So click the link and watch that episode. And then stay tuned for the end of the episode and you'll hear a heavy metal song about heavy metals getting sprayed in the sky for that song called Storm Fury.
In that same episode, were we talking about the trail derailment?
You weren't here. It was just me and Chente for that episode. The train derailment, though, that was another thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did we touch chemtrails in that one too, or?
I think we talked about multiple things.
Okay.
Because I think we did a 3 or 4-parter.
Okay.
But I'm 100% believing that chemtrails exist.
I'm about 85.
85. I could show you videos. I could show you
85
outside
is
tomorrow.
still high.
They,
I see them outside. Okay, no. You're fine. You're fine.
It's like the
I'll get him to
level.
change his mind for the
Yeah,
next episode.
It's like the level of the chemtrail. So like, it's 85 because like, I believe they're putting stuff in the air, but then is it for all these multiple things we're talking about? Is it just to control the weather? Is it just to make people sick because pharma is big money? Because, you know, like, okay, now all this stuff is coming down, we're breathing it. Now you need depression medication. Now you need asthma medication. Now you need to get x-rays for cancer. Because again, pharma is big money, x-rays is big money. Now you got $8,000 hospital bills just for tests and they cured nothing. So like it's high up there, but then I'm like, is it for a multitude of reasons or is it for like one reason? Because then also it throws me back to, and I think we touched on this before, Mandela effect, chemtrails kind of tie into each other because we talked about it being a super collider. How do we know it's just they're spraying stuff in the air and it's making people think on different wavelengths? So now my memory is a little off from your memory. Oh, it's Berenstein, it's Berenstein. But the area I live in has more chemtrails than the area you live in.
Nah.
So where your brain is still thinking straight, my brain is like, I've been on LSD. And so I'm not remembering things correctly because I'm breathing in all these chemicals that are poisonous.
What was the speak? No.
Tuskegee. Yeah.
Where they shot black folks up with syphilis and
Yeah.
hepatitis
And like it's high up there because I believe it's happening, but I don't know to what extreme to believe that what they're doing with it. Is it just to manipulate the weather? Is it just to manipulate us? Is it like one big like global test to see like how they can agitate or make people sick and cause pandemics to cull
Well,
the
let me ask you
population
this.
because there's so many of us on this planet?
Here's what I'll say, and this will be my last point on this, and then I'll let you guys discuss it more. But follow the money.
Big farm.
No. Just in general.
I was just missing.
You follow the money. Oh, okay.
sorry.
It's fine. Trying to remember what I was gonna say. All right. You follow the money. You have people spraying the stuff in the air. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it. Follow the money. You have people spraying stuff in the air. Yeah, I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
I thought you were telling me something. I was like, wait, what? And then I'm like, oh, damn it. I forgot what it was going to be. Follow the money.
I agree with that. Like you follow the money because like that's why I just like.
Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
I got it. It hit me. It's the lion's mane that helped me remember. No, so you follow the money, and then you have people spraying stuff in the sky that can control and manipulate the weather. Then you have them telling you, the government, are the only people that can test this to see what's changing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tell you, okay, well, now you got to worry about global warming and climate change, global cooling, and all that stuff. Where if they're the ones that can change the weather, then they can change it to wherever they want it to be.
Yeah.
And then they say, okay, we need all this extra funding for climate change. You know, all the taxes and all these different crazy things that they're having to change, like policy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
For climate change. Where if they're the only ones that can test it, they're the only ones that can control it, they're the only ones that can change it. But then they're trying to get taxpayers to pay more money. You know, follow the money. You got people that are like doing certain things that are controlling the weather, and then they're saying we need more things. They're lobbying for more things to move the funds for different things, so that way they have more funding for that topic. And then they make it seem like they're the ones that can change it. Oh, there's too many people driving today. There's too many people flying today. There's too many people using fossil fuels today, more than any other time in history. Trade. Yeah, so they're the ones that can control everything. So then they're trying to pull everything back and make it so you can't use things when you're supposed to or need to.
Okay.
Then they try to get everybody to do like, oh, let's use electric vehicles. But then the places that are using electric vehicles, they get flooded where they can't charge their vehicles because then they'll get electrocuted if they're standing on water trying to charge their vehicle or whatnot. Why she's just staring at the door. What are you doing? Go lay down. Come here. She's like, I got to pee. You were just out there. She's like, oh,
Hey, girl.
I have to poop now.
Hey, girl.
I peed on your couch twice, so you better let me out.
Hey, girl.
But all right, that's where I am with that one. Sorry,
Okay.
It was follow the money because of the being able to change the weather, and they try to use it for climate change, which could be C as well. Chemtrails and climate change.
Tie into each other.
Yes, sir. All right, what about you, Nate?
Okay, now this is about to throw people for a loop, I think.
Really?
This is probably going to be way deeper and probably a little bit too much. Okay, so
He's not even starting with the tip. He's just going balls.
bro, straight ball.
Off the top.
So since I think it was like in sometime in the 80s, they determined this thing called like the ozone layer. They said there was this thing called the ozone layer, and that by the year 20 something, the ozone layer would be depleted so badly that the sun's coronal rays would then cause irreparable skin and DNA tissue damage to people who were not melanated individuals. Okay? So listen.
That's good cancer.
So let me explain this. Now this kind of goes into different things. Now this is an article from the Lioscopic Response to the Coronal Hole Activity in August, and this is by the AGU Publications. This is like it's a scholarly journal essentially. It says the study has shown that through the storm of August 2020 has seen was a minor one associated with high levels of solar wind streams. Oh God. Emanating from a coronal hole, resulting in a drastic change in isometric.
I was from a coronal hole.
This is hard, man.
Damn.
Did you take a blue chip?
It's brandy.
God.
Oh. Maybe that's why she didn't let out.
You're having technical smells-ies.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've had our
Burned through
own.
your mask.
Oh,
We've
dude.
we've had
like,
dog
woo!
trails. Just
Chemtrails, dog
for
trails.
dog
Sure.
trails. Oh,
They're real. That's the global warming stinking up.
we got crop dusted.
Yes.
Oh,
They were complaining about cows. It's pit bulls.
I'm laughing and I'm breathing it in, but then I can't stop laughing about. Oh,
So back to what I was saying. I think that there is a vested interest in seeking to propagate a select group of people in whom would be terrorized by the sun's rays.
okay.
So what they do to protect this group of people is put a bunch of chemicals in the sky that would shield them from the sun. Also, you're given in some way change your molecular biology and make it so you are less active when the sun is shining on your body, aka when the sun shoots a ray out of it, it is called not a coincidence between the August of 2020.
Opening up.
Okay.
Okay.
So my concept is this, and again, it's probably going to get removed, but there are people that their skin literally does not work well with the radiation that the sun puts off. So we are seeking to try to protect ourselves the best way we can by trying to block out the sun the best way we can by controlling our environment, pumping stuff into the skies that cause some sort of interference with the radiation, which is kind of like a chaff grenade. Do you know what a chaff grenade is?
No.
Electronics, when you throw a chaff grenade into electronics, they shoot a bunch of an EMP. It's a bunch of speckly, sparkly stuff that sprays in the air, and it throws off the signals from electronics. The same thing can apply to these radiation rays that come down. These things are floating in the sky, unaware to us that we can see them, but they're so high up that by the time they reach us, it can be measured in things like beryllium, aluminum. But those things are really up there like a chaff grenade, trying to stop the radiation that's coming down and hitting people's skin and causing horrible things that may cause radiation damage to their skin or their children's skin or their children's skin or cause issues for these people. This is just my concept of that.
Okay.
What? Oh.
No.
So there is. It seems to me like there's a vested interest.
We'll have to edit all this out.
Yeah, there's a vested interest that's horrible thing. But there's a vested interest that I believe that's in place to protect people from what could potentially be horrifying radiation damage, because the sun is now in its apex and this storm is supposed to exist for the next 10 to 15 years. We are in the middle of it right now. The sun is see how the world spins, it's on its axis, and we experience a 365-day year. See, the sun experiences a 2,500 time year. So every time the sun spins, it's 2,500 years. That just so means that right now, the way the sun is rotated, we are in the sun's summer. The sun is going to be the hottest it's ever been right now.
That would explain, like, if you think about these last couple winters, the snow hasn't been that bad. Like,
What is global warming? It doesn't exist. They already know this stuff is real. They already know the sun is in its apex. They're using that as an excuse to scare people. It's way deeper than that, in my opinion.
So what percentage are you? Chemtrails?
I'm probably like 60.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought for sure you would have been like 100. I seen him.
well,
Flew the planes. I saw it out the window.
because especially after what you got through to explain it, I thought it was going to be higher too.
Yeah.
But this is why I said it was just an observation from the information that
Okay.
I produced. And then, like I said, by no means this is my tinfoil hat being on.
Okay.
By no means am I saying this is real, this is what I know, blah blah blah. It's just trying to connect dots and going, okay, this kind of, I don't believe in coincidence, so I'm like, okay, these two things kind of are weird that they're intersecting like that. Like you said, follow the money.
Yeah.
I'm following the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
What's the reasoning behind these things? It's got to be deeper than money.
And which also means that as he connects dots, higher percentage, lower percentage, like we were saying, we do this in a year, and he go, oh yeah, I 85% believe.
No, it's probably going to go down as I start to see things. As I'm like,
Yeah.
people aren't burning. It's really not that hot. We just had a -3-degree winter.
Speaking of connect the dots, have you guys seen that Paranoid American connect the dots coloring book?
Oh, that's
connect the
sick.
chemtrail dots.
What?
Yeah.
Guys,
Perfect for an ad read.
I got a break.
Strike three.
I used to believe everything I'd see on the news, but that's before I discovered a brain.
A brain is meant for everyday use. Those living with moderate to severe stupidity have seen immediate improvement in common sense with a brain.
I thought the government had my best interests at heart, and then a friend told me about a brain.
Talk to your doctor about what news sources you obey. A brain may also lower your desire to take life-altering advice from celebrities.
Getting lectured about my carbon footprint from people with 3 private jets used to make sense. But thanks to a brain, now I can think for myself every day. When my disregard for 3rd grade biology began to flare up, I knew it was time for a brain.
Do not try a brain if you're allergic to a brain. Common side effects may include accountability, discernment, homeschooling your kids, a better understanding of economics, awareness of the stupidity of socialism, and diarrhea.
For tethering yourself to reality, the only no-brainer is choosing a brain. Ask your doctor if a brain is right for you.
For more information, visit tryabrain.com.
Merch, y'all. We now selling merch. Yes. Yeah, merch, y'all. We now selling merch. Get your merch today. We're ready to blow the safe. Stickers and what else? T-shirts and okay. Mugs and cups and that's right. We now selling merch. Stop the record. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. What?
Chemtrails, they're a thing on a plane spraying stuff. Yeah, I believe. I think every time you look up and you see that, I think most of the time they're chemtrails. Sometimes they're whatever they say it is, condensation, whatever. But I think you can see the difference, right? You look up and some of it just goes away right away. Some of it just grows. Yeah. Fluoride.
I was just saying, you think it's mind control? It's aggressive. Passive, what you say. You think it's
Weather control. Yeah, I would say weather control. Yep. Say they're up there either making it rain, whatever. Storms. Maybe not. Maybe just clouds. Like when we go back to the eclipse that just happened.
Yeah.
I think like the day before, a couple days before, there wasn't a cloud in the sky, and then like we noticed on it. Me and the family were outside just chilling, hanging, banging, right? And a lot of chemtrails going by. I was like, yo, it's gonna be eclipse. It's gonna be cloudy, and it was more clouds there, and that was, seeing it. What if that's just a ball of energy? You know what I mean? They say it's a ball of cheese.
Now, this week on Conspiracy Theory, the board game, we are having a random question. What famous blind musician do many conspiracy thinks is/was not actually? This is too easy.
This is so easy.
A. Ray Charles, B. Stevie Wonder, C. Moon, who is Moondog, and D. Blind Willie McTell.
Stevie Wonder.
Snoop's blind brother.
Blind Willie McTell.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's Stevie Wonder. Like that. Where's the difficulty level? That one was so. As soon as I read it, I was like,
3.
Yeah. That's what she said.
and to those of you that seek intelligence in your daily life and would like to spread it forth to others who have lacked the common sense that they truly need, I say unto you, life is not a competition. Find the stuff that makes your soul sing and be your own uniquely beautiful self.
Amen. For sure.
That was all, except for the quote. Everything else was off the top of the
I thought you were gonna say a thought
Dude,
for
you're
the day,
fresh. Oh.
That was the thought.
but you didn't say thought for the day.
That the whole spiel was me saying thought for the day in advance.
Oh, okay. Then we need one more. I was
No,
with my friends
how
the
did
other
you
day.
not realize what I was doing?
But you did 4.
No.
Oh, we need another.
Because I feel sad because you didn't realize I said thought for the day. in
Another
unique
one.
ways. Oh,
You can
but
share.
think about it. Like even now, especially within the social media society, it only expounds on what people used to do. Because magazines help too. We all put out like, what is it called? Like your best face, like when you're going for a job interview.
Yeah.
To society, we all put out like what we
Like a
want.
facade.
A facade.
Oh, man.
Thank
For
you.
sure.
That's the word.
Boom. You know why?
We-
I used lion's mane and magic mine. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that is great ad right there. But we all put out a facade, and so like how I said, yeah, be who you want to be, not what others want to see. So
And it rhymed.
it did rhyme.
You guys cool though? You good?
Yes.
Anything else? Any other thoughts?
No.
Got anything you want to say to the fans, to the listeners, to the friends, to my parents and Jack listening? They're the only 3 people that listen to the podcast.
No, we've had.
I know. I'm
more.
kidding.
I was like,
Hey, you got to think into the future.
I know.
Yeah.
I just joke.
We're already there.
Yeah.
because
We get more listeners.
when
than
I
that.
was listening to the other episode when it debuted live, I was at my brother's house and I put it on the TV, and my nephew goes, "How'd you get on TV?" And I was like, "I've been on YouTube." And then like I backed out to show him. Like I was like, some of the videos have more views, and I'm like, I gotta look at the topics to see like which topics we hit.
Yeah.
And some have like 3 views, and others like 300 people watch
Yup.
this. I was like, oh, okay, what were we talking about?
Mhm.
We get 300.
We got like 260 some subscribers now on YouTube alone.
I didn't even look at the subscriber count. I was just looking at the views per video.
And
He
TikTok,
goes-
we got people reaching out to us
Good.
on TikTok to
See?
do collaborations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
What happened to the Discord? It like disappeared.
No, it's still there. It's just we don't post as much on there. I started posting recently, but
yeah, I don't think
Gente's the only one. That
even
goes there.
other people, because like Suburban Mama used to post a lot, then 2 Jacks, and I used to get like notifications unless I turned the Discord notifications off.
I turned mine
No,
off.
nobody's really
really
posting
okay.
on there. Yeah, I mean we could get on there more often, but I feel like we need to do like a watch party on there. Like, hey, everyone. But
Oh, like we did when we did the.
yeah.
Did I say that wrong name?
No,
When we
no,
did
no.
the Cowabunga dudes?
Yeah.
The Cowabunga.
I don't know if we can say it. I don't know if we can say it for YouTube.
That's why I switched to the Cowabunga
That's
dudes.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's heartbreaking.
Like we can't say that one.
What? Really?
No.
Really?
No. We can't talk about that.
Really? That's
We
crazy.
can't talk about that. We can't talk about that one.
What the-
oh,
Uh-huh.
we can't talk about the movie where
Even though that she's like in video saying super.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
we can't talk about the alien that turns invisible and shoots people on Arnold to get to the chopper while covered in mud.
No, we just can't talk about her.
Dude,
in that light.
censorship sucks.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Even-
censorship,
even
speaking of censorship, we can be found
Speaking
on
of code.
multiple platforms.
Oh yeah.
YouTube.
YouTube, Spotify, Rumble.
Podcast.
Is it on Deezer?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
So on these nuts. So
Uh,
if there's a video of us
YouTube.
that you was like, hey, I saw it, I didn't get to
Odyssey.
finish it, and it just vanished, check some of our other sites, and maybe there'll be snippets or clips or
the
full
whole video.
The whole video.
The whole video. They didn't get sponsored or censored by a company that starts with
Well,
Y
we'll give
and
you
ends
the
with E.
truth and nothing but what we think might be the truth.
So help us. God.
Oh, definitely, because I need all the help he can give me.
Yeah.
Have you?
And our powers combined.
I can't make it through this life without.
Captain Planet.
I can't.
I could be Captain Planet, but I don't have the body.
You could be like Don
Come on,
Cheadle's
bro.
version.
That's what I want to be like, but he still had a better body.
He looked like toothpaste. All right. But you got no more words to explain to the people?
Oh no, just that shameless promotion of where everybody can find us.
Cool.
I am very shameless.
He is. And he likes it.
Hey,
They show
it's
boobs.
okay.
Women that like shameless men. Professional uncle.
You got any final thoughts or words for the
No,
day?
man, I just want to say, thank you guys all for paying attention and watching us with your time, because I know your time is valuable.
Mhm.
And, I just want to say thanks to my guys. This was awesome experience as always.
Yes, sir.
And miss you, Chente. You're in my heart, in our hearts.
I light a candle.
The
You wanna-
deuce.
The deuces.
Acknowledge him.
We acknowledge you, our tribal chinte.
Our Chente.
I love you, my tribal chinte.
Tribal homie.
My tribal.
Our tribal.
And the V is for Vente.
Yeah.
No,
Vente. Vincenzo.
Oh,
oh, man. All right, guys. You just listened to the Speaking Code podcast. I'm Code, Conspiracy of a Dead Man. Chente.
Swing.
Swank, Chente, CBDs.
Sir.
Chickadee
No
nuts.
call.
Yeah. I'm Code, Conspiracy of a Dead Man. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Keep on questioning. We out.
I love that he still did the phone.
Yeah.